Welcome back guys, LastKnownMeal here, and I just wanted to make another CSGO video, but this time I'm going to talk about how I started playing Counter-Strike, when did that happen, and how did I end up where I am today playing Counter-Strike Go. Actually, I'm enjoying it so much. But the story goes way back when I was a kid. Counter 1.6 came out. It was actually a mod for Half-Life, and then actually, you didn't have a strong PC then. I didn't have a PC then, I just had a PlayStation, and I wanted to play Counter-Strike so badly because I've seen that all my friends, all the people actually who had a PC were playing it, and they said this is the best game ever. But back then when I was a kid, there was like a few net clubs where actually you get like 20 PCs. You can go pay like just some money. You can actually use a PC for like, let's say, half an hour, 2 hours, however you want. I mean, there isn't a time limit. You can actually go there when they open, just stay there when they close. It was quite expensive, but still, back then the internet was shit. We used dial-up. You see that we're like a shithole of a country when we were using dial-up like, let's say, 6 or 7 years ago. It was like pretty goddamn shitty. And then we actually didn't have awesome internet, good PC, so we used to go to those net clubs and we used to play there. And thing is, everybody there was just playing either Call of Duty or Counter-Strike, but Counter-Strike was that game that every single person wanted to play. Kids, older people, everyone was just like, I want to play that game. And then we go and I start playing with my friends. We would go like 5 against 5 and like say 3 versus 3, 1 versus 1, just play all these random maps. Like the only map that we played for like 5 hours one day, we played it for 5 hours, was Dust 2 on CS 1.6, but it was like so good because that game was like so competitive. How the weapons go, how all the everything goes, how you have to shoot, you have to actually have some skill for it, you have to aim and stuff. It was like crazy. And people were so good sometimes. I was like, I wasn't the worst guy there, but I was pretty bad in this game. I was like pretty goddamn bad. So what I did is that I used to come there almost every single day and just sit there for like 2 hours and play Counter-Strike. Just play it online, find the server, start playing it, and I was like aiming. I was trying to aim and I couldn't. They were killing me every single time. And eventually, after let's say 1 month, I became good. I became decent. So I started playing with my friends or against my friends sometimes, and I started, shooting them. I started owning them so much. And they were like, when did you learn to play Counter-Strike? I was like, yeah, I was coming here every single day for a month, without you knowing, to actually get better at this game. And I actually eventually got better, in Counter-Strike 1.6, and then other Counter-Strike games started coming up. I actually got my PC then, and I was able to play this game from my house. But thing is, and all the other Counter-Strikes that came out, like I was like Counter-Strike Source, and I don't remember all of them, but I do believe that Source was the one who was played a little bit, but still 1.6 was dominating every single net club and every single tournament. They weren't using any other Counter-Strike games. So eventually I started going to high school and stuff, and I stopped playing Counter-Strike because I didn't have time to. And then I actually hear, like when Counter-Strike Global Offensive was coming out, I've heard that a new Counter-Strike is in preparation. It's coming out soon. It's gonna be flippin' awesome. And I didn't have any strong feelings about it because I actually thought that this game is gonna be like any other, because 1.6 was so old and people were still playing that game like crazy. I'm telling you, they even play it today. I mean, you have like majority of Counter-Strike players, those old ones, those good ones, who actually go play 1.6 still, and it's so amazing. I sometimes go to 1.6 and start playing it. It's like the experience is amazing because you have that classical experience. You have all of these awesome maps. I do believe there was the map called Mansion, which was the best map by my opinion. It was like a small map. You had to go in extract the hostages. I'm not sure why they didn't put this map in actually in Global Offensive. I mean, a Mansion was a pretty goddamn awesome map, and I do believe that it should have been put in, let's say, either a operation or just a regular map in Counter-Strike, because it was a classic map that a lot of people played, and it was like so good. I sometimes just go back there to play that map and actually enjoy it. But overall, Global Offensive came out, and back then when Global Offensive came out, I couldn't actually play that game. I was playing it, but on a small FPS, because that I had a shitty PC before, and I started playing back then. I was like, wow, that game is pretty awesome. They took all of those things that were in 1.6, that feeling, and they put it in Global Offensive, and the game was so goddamn good. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start playing it, and I buy it. I actually do believe it was a Christmas sale when I bought Global Offensive along with the Killing Floor, and I started playing Global Offensive, and it was like so good. And then I stopped again. And then after some time, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a little more month, I returned to this game, and I've seen all the amazing things that this game has now, and I start playing it like crazy, and I'm still playing it today, and I still believe this is the best competitive game ever. So I don't believe it's gonna take place, the other game is gonna take place of this game, because this game is something unique, something that, I mean, every match is the same. You go in, you either clear out the hostages, I mean, you protect them, or you actually go extract them, or you defuse a bomb, or you plant the bomb. That whole feeling is still amazing, and I do believe that this game is gonna go for a very long time, because this is just awesome. But I still remember those old days when I was a kid, when I used to actually what it was is that I used to get up like really early in the morning, like 9 o'clock, and I go with my friends, and we actually made an account there in that net club, and we used to pay like, let's say, $10 to play like for 10 hours. Imagine if $1 was a 1 hour. And then we used to pay like $10. It was probably more, like $20. And we used to play like, let's say, 6 or 7 or 10 hours. It was like so good. I was like, you have to go and defuse a bomb. It was like, and we used to team up actually with other teams. We used to form a team, and then we go up team with other people from our city, and we used to play that. It was like so goddamn amazing. And the bad thing is that with advancement of PCs, that every kid now has a pretty mediocre or strong PC, and they can play these games, and their internet is more than good to actually play them, so there are no needs for those net clubs anymore. You have just tournaments now which are still held, and these esports are so big now because they're like multi-million industry. But still, that old, back in those days when everything was so goddamn simple, you just go out, you play that game, then you return like home for lunch. Sometimes even like we would stay like till like 9 to 10 p.m. in the night. We used to like come there like, let's say, 11 a.m. then stay to like 3 p.m. then go home, actually eat for like 1 hour, then go back there into that net club and still play that Counter-Strike game. It was like till 10 p.m., 11 p.m. when, the actual net club was closing. And we were like so many people there because you just had like all the gamers from our city come to the one place, because you could buy games there, so there was a lot of gamers that passed by, and like it was so good. And we had that idea to actually hold a tournament, but we never held it in the end because we couldn't agree on the time and everything, and we couldn't find necessary, like, let's say, time, because we were like in high school then, and like we didn't have any time, and then you know that net club closed because, you know, as I said, people didn't need PCs anymore because they had it in their homes, and I was so goddamn good. That's why I believe that Counter-Strike is one of the best games ever, and is gonna be the best competitive game I've ever played in my life. So I hope that you like this small story, this short story, 10 minutes, that I wanted to tell you just to see what, you know, actually how much I loved Counter-Strike when I was a kid, because you had all these like death runs, you had like all these amazing mods you can play in Counter-Strike, like find and seek, and it was like so goddamn good. We used to play that so much. But overall, if you have any experiences to actually tell to the community and everyone, you can go and comment down below in the comment section. Also, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and I will be playing more of Counter-Strike, and I do have some topics to discuss for this game, and I do believe you guys will like it. So, LastKnownMeal signing out, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!